Hello everyone, in this lesson I'm going to talk about the multiplication between two matrices. It's going to be a bit complicated. First, the two matrices have to follow the rule that the number of rows in the first matrix has to be the same as the number of columns in the second matrix, while the number of columns in the first matrix have to have the same number of rows in the second column. In the second matrix, just like, for example, I list two matrices. The first one, 3, 5, 2, 7, and the second one, for example, 4, 8, 7, 2. They both have, the first one have two columns, and the second one have two rows. Alright. The first one have two rows, and the second one have two columns. So they can be multiplied. But now, how are we going to multiply the two matrices? So let's assume that the position of a number in the matrix as A, B, where A is the column and B is the row where the number is placed. So for example, 3 is 1, 1, 5 is 2, 1, 2 is 1, 2, and 7 is 2, 2. Alright, so we first pick out the first row and the first column. The first row in the first matrix and the first column in the second matrix. And we multiply 1, 1, which is this number, by 4. And then we multiply 5 by 7. And then we add them up, which means it is 3 times 4 plus 5 times 7, which means it is 12 plus 35 equals to 47. So the number in the one position in the result is going to be 47. And we do the same thing for all other positions. So now we still pick out the first row in the first matrix, and then we pick out the second column in the second matrix, and we do the same thing, just like 3 times 8 plus 5 times 2, which is 34, which means the 2, 1 position gives us 34. And then we do the same thing for the second row of the first matrix. You guys can have a try. You guys can pause the video and have a try. So we do 2 times 4 plus 7 times 7, which gives us 57, and we do 2 times 8 plus 7 times 2, which is 30, which means the result we can get is going to be 47, 34, 57, and 30. This is going to be the result we get. Okay, now we have some general formulas. So as we already know, we've already tried above that if it's 2 by 2 matrices, they multiply. the general formula is going to be A1, B1, C1, D1 times A2, B2, C2, D2. They will give us the result of A1, A2 plus A B1, D2. Oh, D1, C2, sorry. And then A1, B2, B1, D2, and C1, A2 plus D1, C2, and then C1, B2 plus D1, D2. This is going to be the general formula for 2 by 2 matrices multiplication. We can also do the same thing to, for example, 2 by 3 matrix times 3 by 2 matrices. For example, we have A, B, C, D, E, F times, for example, U, W, V, X. No, sorry. This is going to be a bit complicated. It's going to be A1, B1, C1, D1, E1, F1. And the result we should get is going to be actually, I'll just name them A1, B1, and change them to A2, B2, C2, D2, E2, F2. Alright, so in the first position, we should get A1, A2 plus B1, B2, C plus C1, C2. In the second position, it's going to be A1, D2 plus B1, E2 plus C1, F2. And in the second row is going to be D1, A2 plus E1, B2 plus F1, C2. And then D1, D2 plus E1, E2 plus F1, F2. We can do the same thing to all other matrices, and you guys can, if you guys have any questions, you can comment below and ask me for the general formula and all sorts of things. So I'll give you guys 2 questions to solve, and I'll put the answer in the comment below, the comment box below. So the 2 questions are 3, 5, 2, 1 times 1, 4, 3, 6 and 2, 1, 5, 4, 1, 3, 1, 2, 3 times 2, 3, 5, 6, 2, 1, 1, 5, 8. The second one is going to be complicated. It's gonna take time, so just try it out. So thank you for listening. This is it.